The industry is there. They went fighting and kicking, and now they see that this is where it's going. But here's the problem. Here's the trick to it. The trick to it is they thought it was going to be a passing phase. A lot of people in the industry did. They thought it was going to be a passing phase, and it's not. And so now they're catching up. They're trying to play catch up. And so those who are doing it now, you're ahead of the curve. It's almost an even playing field now. But I will say this, that in order for me to get, and you all know this too, in order for me to get the images that I do and the videos that I do, I had to educate myself a lot about film. I had to educate myself about photography, about angles, about light, about all of that. And that's stuff that they are experts in, you know. And so, those who are in the industry, they're now slowly adopting, and they're going to get great. They're going to get good at it too. But those of us who are not necessarily industry experts, we're a little bit ahead of the game right now. And so take advantage of it, jump into it, get into it.
Yeah, because they need prompt engineers
They
to
do.
teach them right now in real time.
They do.
Yes.
There are a lot of I've seen a lot of, like, if you go on the Discord for Runway and for Luma and for all of them, they have like job boards who are looking for AI people to do things, to put films together, to do all of that. Yep.
I was just saying that
That was a joke.
I was just saying that people have such fear of what they don't know when it's there for them to know. And I think I just posted this in our group. People shouldn't be afraid of AI. People should be afraid of, not be afraid. You should be watching out for the people who are learning AI. I mean, because those are the ones, because AI needs us just like apparently we need it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and listen to everything you just said. You said, I had to teach myself film. I had to teach myself editing. I had to teach myself. You kept saying, I had to teach myself. I literally counted 5 times because that right there, that just lets someone know, like, it's not AI that you need to be concerned with, because AI is ready to teach you.
Yeah.
It's the person who wants to learn all those things that you need to be mindful of, because they're taking the time to learn it.
Yep.
This is not something for the lazy.
Yeah.
No.
Not if you want to be successful for a long time.
That part. And the way that we're going, the way that we're going, in order to maneuver through that, you need to learn. You need to learn it.
Yep. And you,
I was going to be trying to learn sound effects. I never thought I was going to be trying to learn sound effects.
Oh,
never in my whole big grown life. And then it makes a difference. You have an amazing video. Imagine Harriet Tubman in that video. I mean, just imagine. No, absolutely. I mean, no sound. Not a. You'd be like, oh, this is nice to look at.
Yeah. And you got to practice too. That's the other thing.
You got to get the reps in.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I can go back and look at a lot of my videos and be like, what was I thinking?
But you need that.
Yeah. And I leave those videos right there. I leave them right there.
Leave them up.
It's the learning process. It's the learning process. AI has been my saving grace as a photographer, graphic designer, entrepreneur. Because like you said, you have to learn that lighting. You have to learn ISO, like
I'm learning
f-stops. Like, what does that even mean? Like, I was like, you know what? I didn't go to school for this, and I'm never going to know it to the level of a pro. I know what that takes. I'm like, and I'm just not at that space. But then AI allowed me to edit in a way that I could skip that. Like, I could skip a lot of the learning process, and I could get straight to it and produce results that they couldn't do in the same time frame. Because I was like, all the apps that I downloaded had to be AI driven. Because this was before like ChatGPT, and that's how I started getting like jobs in Atlanta. I'm still working in Chicago and Atlanta, working for Ebony. I'm doing like technical background stuff for the social media posts. And a lot of that was opportunity for me because I was staying in line with the AI. Because the photography industry with AI just took off, like auto editing, like editing the face. And during the pandemic, that's what everybody wanted. That's what people wanted, that level of skill, and they wanted it quick. So I was able to do it quick, good, and cheap because, like, I don't even know where I'm at. I don't even know the value that I'm even adding to this space. I'm just happy to be in the room. So it's amazing.
Yeah, you have to definitely practice, and I try to challenge myself every time I do something. Like I did so my videos, when you see my videos, you know them because either the signature glasses are going to be there, or the color is just going to be just hitting you all in the face, or whatever. But I challenged myself. I was talking to my best friend, and we were talking about Grace Jones and how unique, and how just how she is, just she don't care, and her
Mhm.
stuff so far ahead, right?
Yes.
And so um I went and I looked at the video Slave to the Rhythm, and I said to myself, how can I recreate this? And when I say recreate it, I didn't want to just do images that looked like her. I wanted to recreate how the film looked. I wanted to recreate everything about it. And I had to challenge myself to do something different, to change my parameters in mid journey, to actually put the weird on all the way up to 1,000, just to push, push the limits,
That's
What's
the
this
woman
gonna
right
do?
there. That's the woman, y'all. Grace.
and
Push
and
the buttons.
That
and
part.
see, that's where you get your inspiration. You got to look to people who aren't doing everything, who are doing stuff and they're not apologizing, you know. And
Getting
so,
kicked out of
that's
groups.
oh yeah, shadow banned and all that other good stuff. Yeah, you got to do all of it. Let me tell you, real quick funny story. I got more community violations on Mid Journey when I did Grace Jones video and when I did the Josephine Baker video.
I was about to
Because
say, if you just say Grace Jones, that sounds offensive because I already know it's gonna be crazy. Like,
What's
Right.
wrong
I
with
know it's
Josephine
gonna be
Baker?
crazy. Like, if you put Grace Jones in and you get an image,
oh,
it's gonna be crazy.
it
So I'm
was some
like,
good
that
stuff.
sounds like an offense.
I was like, oh my God. But I was like, why am I getting these community violations? Then I thought, I was like, oh, it's Grace Jones, And then the same thing happened with Josephine Baker, because
Mm-hmm.
a
Hmm.
lot, they were far ahead of their time. And a lot of the art that they put out there, they were topless or they just didn't care. They was
Mm-hmm.
just hey, here I am,
Mhm.
with all the perfections and imperfections. And it sparked that creativity.
Feathers. The
Yeah,
feathers of
oh,
Josephine
the
Baker.
bananas, the banana
Yeah,
dance,
they're just
all
like, what are you
that,
trying to do here?
Grace with cars coming out of mouth and all kinds of stuff, just crazy stuff. But that's the stuff that inspires me, and
Mm-hmm.
so, bringing all that back full circle, you definitely perfect a look for yourself and for what you're putting out there, but get inspiration from other stuff to challenge yourself. And that's how you know when you got that longevity, when you can challenge yourself. And after I did that Slave to the Rhythm video, I was like, "Ooh, I duplicate. I did that." Don't be afraid to pat yourself on the back either, and know that your stuff is good, and just keep doing
Hmm.
what you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's key.
Yep.
Hey, okay, so Kim, I got a really good question for you.
Okay.
So it's 2025. It's February 2025 currently. Where do you see the AI industry, and you pick and choose? Where do you see it in 5 years? So
Oh,
February of 2030. What
I
does
don't.
that look
5 years. I can't project out 5 months. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
5 years in AI, there's no telling where it will be in 5 years, because I know, like in this year alone, You had Mid Journey that just did an announcement that they're getting ready to start doing in the next month or two 3D. They're going to start, having 3D images, and they're even talking about doing some video coming out of Mid Journey, and that's just in the next month or two. 5 years from now, I think we're going to see. I don't even know.